Why the fuck would I be a Trump supporter? Come on. Think about it.
What's wrong with Trump?
I would, though, for tax purposes.
I voted for him.
You gotta get all the immigrants out of the way before you go after the white.
What's wrong with Trump? I voted for him. God, you guys are all fucking pussies in here.
Oh, yes, I am the biggest pussy of the time. My name is Super Pussy. How are you?
Hi,
Jimmy. Hi, talk to me. I am an echoing pussy. My JJ wants to say hi.
I don't talk to pussy.
It's okay, Jimmy.
You should not be afraid of a pussy.
It's not like Gandalf.
Jimmy gumdrops.
I'm too busy talking to wieners.
Hey, take me to the Shire. I like Jimmy. He has a very soothing, welcoming grandfather's voice.
I'm trying to spread love and kindness to all.
Honey, you can spread my cheeks all you want.
Who's this Doge guy in the bottom?
Yeah, who is this Doge guy?
Doge Republican?
Oh, I know. That's Elon Musk, or Adrian Pittman.
Oh, he's recording the room, by the way.
Why the fuck would you?
Hello, Adrian.
Is he really recording the room?
Thank you for recording the room. You're recording. It's skipping.
I don't know why you let him in.
And it's your decision, from your decision how you go from here. If you text her or not, that's your decision. I'm just telling you, it's you shouldn't think about other people, and you should just, if you
I just texted her and she
disrupted by October 7th, right? That's the whole point of the Israeli offensive, is to break all the proxies that Iran set up. And right now it looks like Iran's all the proxies, the Houthis and Hezbollah, Hamas, and Syria, all four of them have failed, right? The arc of against the Israeli defense, whatever, it's four of them have gone, right? Right now, you just see the Yemeni left, but they're not really relevant at all, right? Now, I'm not sure if you know this, right? But the Pentagon have essentially set up a war plan. Now, you can say that just because there's war plans and preparation doesn't mean we'll go through. I understand that. But I feel like because Iran is at its weakest point in terms of both internal, external, and both America is under the Zionist control. The most Trump is the most Zionist president, right? America ever had.
I wouldn't say Trump is a Zionist president. I'll say that Trump is an egoist. If Netanyahu or Likud or the Knesset or the Israelis try to do a thing against him to destroy his reputation, he would literally just say "F you" to the Israelis straight out. So I don't think he's that. I just think he's just an idiot. Really, I don't think that Trump is a Zionist or anything. The real Zionists are the Democrats and other Republicans that are out there, but Trump just isn't really one of those people. I just think he's just an idiot.
Wow, he recognized Jerusalem as the capital. That's Obama. I don't do that.
Vibes. That's it, bro.
That's not significant for you? Okay.
It's just all based on vibes, bro, on his side.
It's based on what?
Oh my God, I'm eating.
Look, America has all the things pointed at Iran right now, right? This is not a bluffing, contest. America has the B-2s, and it's right in the Indian Ocean. And they will strike Iran at any time.
They're always in the Indian Ocean, though, Daniel. Listen, Daniel, I think this is alarmism, man. I respect you. I think this is alarmism, man. I think this really is. This is like climate change guys talking right now, man. The United States has always patrolled the Indian Ocean. They've always patrolled the Persian Gulf. They've always been in those waters. With the heavy presence.
It's not a normal military drill campaign, war game. This is more serious than that, right? Do you know every time a has to fly over a territory, go on mission, they have to repaint the radar absorbing material. It costs a few $1 million every time to fly a B2, right? All the functional B2s are in the ocean base right now, right? I think we don't understand is the level of preparedness for something to happen in the Middle East, especially Iran. This is not some basic weapon and just routine sailing across the Indian Ocean. This is fucking boy stuff. This is some real shit, boy.
So what's your plan to do?
Iran runs the Houthis. I'll ask like base questions. Do you really think that Iran runs the Houthis? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so too. I agree with you, Connor. Like,
Iran, there's no complete control. There are times where they exhibit control.
But the point is,
obviously, the people who are funding these Houthi guys, Yemen is a very poor country. They've been under siege for a decade. Obviously, the people funding these dudes is Iran and a couple others. That's obvious. They're the oil guys. That's obvious as they're ideological buddies, right? They're both Shia Muslims. I mean, there's no direct control, but it's controlled enough. It's not a master-slave relationship. Someone has the right.
You're missing the point. I'm saying I hope there is no war. I'm not like wishing for a war to happen in the Middle East and with Iran, right? Yeah. My point is simply to look at the facts, right? Is that this is the most dangerous moment for Iran, and Iran, like I said, is at its weakest point in Islamic regime ever. Like, this is the point, and also, I'm just saying there's too many dangerous combinations that stack up together and it doesn't look very good.
Listen, Daniel, I'm going to tell you why you're wrong about why Iran's weak. I'm going to tell you what they've done in the last 10 to 12 years that's going to shock you. They overdid 20 years of U.S. occupation in about 3 to 4. In about 3 to 4 years, they set up puppet regimes in Iraq over there, right? Because you have to understand, Saddam was a Sunni. Majority of population in Iran is Shia. They've set up their own puppet ideological buddies, and they redid all that U.S. did in 20 years in the matter of fucking 5 to 10 years.
Wait. Last I checked, I thought the Iranians were working with the United States during the Iraq War. During the Iraq War.
Yeah, the Iraq War.
What do you mean? Undid American occupation?
Yeah, they take down Saddam.
What do you mean undid occupation? They were literally working with the Americans against Saddam.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? That's like basic stuff, right?
The American government literally admits that they gave Iraq to Iran, and are more than willing to actually be happy to giving it to Iraq instead of quote Iraq going on its own direction.
Well, Iraq didn't go in its own direction. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. They wanted to obviously Saddam didn't like them. They had a war.
What do you mean undid?
They had a war.
America gave Iraq to Iran on a silver platter.
What do you mean?
No wars, no.
I agree with you. I agree. I don't think it was on the silver platter, but I don't think Bush knew what he was doing.
It happened on the silver platter. Yeah. It happened under Obama because he negotiated that JCPOA shit with Iran, right? The whole point was to try to normalize relationship between Israel and Saudi Arabia, and that's been stalled since October 7th last year, right? That the point is, right? Connor is right? Iraq was handed on a silver platter by America to Iran as a goodwill, right? And since then, because the hawkish neocon wing of the Republican Party have been elected since 2016, they've exited the JCPOA, and Iran has enriched its uranium to the highest level, 60% to 90% now. This is not this is not some inconsequential shit that Iran is doing. This is some real.
No, I just hold on to the opinion that Iran. I think that the Iranians are different from other Middle Eastern countries. They know how to negotiate. I think they're not idiots when it comes down to negotiation. I think that they will come out scot-free from this whole entire situation. I think they are going to pull some strings on the Americans because they've been doing backdoor deals for a while now, right, since October 7th. And I'm more than actually willing to let go of the axis of resistance, quote-unquote axis of resistance. As you saw, they literally just let freaking Hassan Nasrallah die in that war. They essentially, couldn't do anything about fucking Bashar Assad in Syria. And they are more than willing to give up the Houthis. As a matter of fact, they see the Houthis as a liability. And they still persisted anyways. They still did it. Right? So I think they actually have... I think that they are more than willing to actually get rid of the Houthis to just do one measly deal with the Americans. Yeah, and the Iranians can do that. So I don't think they're going to end up in war. I think this is just going to end up in inertia. I'll give you another example. Remember October... Was it October 7th, October 8th, 2024, Iran dropped, I think, around 180 to like 200 missiles in Israel. And Naftali Bennett went out, started soy reading, saying that, hey, we must destroy all of Iran's nuclear facilities. We must destroy Iran's nuclear program. We have to end it all. And then after that, nothing happened. Everyone kept their fucking mouth shut. That's what happened. So it just always ends up in inertia. And Yusuf Christian at that time actually told the Americans that he was going to do a missile attack months before this one. So the Iranians always tell the Americans what they're going to do. They will alert them. The Americans will always know. The DOD will know. The CIA will know. All these government facilities related to defense will know.
So that means there's no leverage. So why not give up?
Iran has zero leverage apart from the nuclear program. Right? But they can't go to war. That's just the thing. It's just too hard. It's, oh, fuck. The bin is not here. Shit. So they're not going to fight a stupid war for the Israelis, honestly. Like, they're not going to do that. I think Trump likes nice deals, you know? Yeah, I think he loves nice deals. But that's all a part of the art of making the deal. Just say dumb shit. Yeah. Right? I just see it as political interests just converging and going here and going there. The ones who are true master-slave relationship with Iran was Hezbollah. Hezbollah was a literal master-slave relationship. Like, Hezbollah was a slave and Iran was his master. As for the Houthis, not so much. And as for Hamas, there's really no evidence of the Iranians supplying weapons to Hamas. Only funding, only money. And now the Qataris get more money than the Iranians. So by default, wouldn't it not mean that America should be going to war against the Iranians, against the Qataris instead, to have like a literal U.S. military base over there? I don't think that these are justified. So it is what it is.
Look, if anything, what the USID situation told me is that American departments don't work congruently, right?
Yeah, they don't.
But my point is this, right? Like, there's people, this is what I understand and agree with you, right? Look at 9/11. Look at a lot of these things. And Americans knew about this, right? The point is, this is why America had a deep state problem that what Trump is complaining about. There's always a wing of people that will goes against the consensus of American decision. That's not unique.
Like, to be fair, America's deep state problem is because of the fact that you have really big departments that just exist, right? And they're all making choices independent of each other, right? Like, during the war on terror, right? The Pentagon and the CIA ended up funding two opposing sides in Syria, which is funny, right? And it just shows like each agency, each department has their own goal, right? And would actually try to do something about the next door's department's goal. Or something. Yeah, and another example is like 9/11 itself, right? Why did the CIA gatekeep information from the FBI while the FBI was doing their own investigations, right? Because the FBI knew about all the freaking all the terror suspects that came into the United States, right? But just simply did not share anything with the FBI. And also to add it in to add salt to the injury, right? The CIA, right, thought that if they just like observe these people and see what they might do, then they'd be all right. Guess what? That just did not fucking happen. The observation led to like a whole time fucking like 3 towers getting bombed down, right? Getting hijacked by a plane and just getting crashed into, right? Withholding that information just literally costed 3,000 lives, and adding the fact that they knew about this, they could get fucking sacked, right? They purposely withheld that information, which is why the FBI had a big freaking problem trying to investigate 9/11. So these things happen. They don't work congruently. They don't work in unison. They just work, like what you could say, interdependently, right? They have independent choices, but they work somewhat together sometimes in a dependent manner. But it's just American government for you. I mean, a deep state is good. I think it's necessary, but I just don't think having an American deep state is good. I think it's shit. Right? I think you need like a better deep state. I mean, Chinese deep state is the shit, honestly. Daniel, for how many years were you hearing that America was going to go to war in Iran? And they kept like, reusing that clip of that, I think one guy saying that America was to fight wars in 7 countries. Libya, Somalia, Syria, Iraq, and Sudan, and then we're going to end off in Iran. I don't think that's ever happened. The Iranians have always worked with the Americans. Nice bloody track.
General McChrystal. So what do you think the odds are that Israel is going to drop bombs on Iran?
They won't.
Well, what about the United States?
Low probability. I think there's a higher chance of America doing it than Israel. But the chances of America doing it is actually like highly improbable.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I mean...
Because the Iranians can always negotiate themselves out.
Well, I mean, the United States and Israel have been conducting so many attacks in Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, etc. It's like, why do you think that the battlefield is off limits or a negotiation would prevent an additional attack?
Why do you think they're doing it in Syria? Why do you think they're doing it in Daraa in Syria?
Why do I think they're... Because they're attacking Iranian shipments.
No, that's not true.
I mean, for years now, they've been blowing shit up in airfields.
No. Why did Israel start bombing Daraa? And recently they also started bombing Hama military airport, and they started bombing Reef Dimashq, or like the outskirts of Damascus, right? When the new Syrian government, Ahmed Shara, came into power, all of a sudden.
Not all of a sudden. What are you talking about? They've been blowing shit up in Syria for like 10 years now.
Yeah, they were blowing shit up when 2014, 15, and 16 was a thing. That's normal. That was just during the height of ISIS, right? It's normal. It's regular. Same old stuff with Al Qaeda and.
I know, but a lot of it is tied to Iran. I'm just saying that.
Okay, no. But then why is it that we started seeing this surge all of a sudden as soon as Ahmed Shara came into power, who is very anti-Iranian and stipulated time and time again that Iran that Iran must pay for their actions and ousted out their own leader, Bashar al-Assad. Right, all of a sudden Israel comes in and starts bombing, and Israel's justification is not because about Iranian terror groups are there saying, "Oh, we have to protect the Druze minority," which is bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. They're not in Syria to bomb Iranian shipments. They're in Syria to just bomb, quote unquote, Sunnis that live there, right? Because they fear that Sunni local tribes would be empowered by the new Syrian government to fight against the Israelis.
Oh, you think everybody just wants to fight all the time, huh?
No, the Israelis just want to fucking fight a war. They want to fight wars with countries that are smaller than them, that are fucking destroyed. They done it right after Bashar al-Assad. Why could they not do it during the time of Bashar al-Assad when the Iranians were backing Bashar al-Assad?
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna dream
So think about that
of a
one,
beautiful Garden of Eden, beautiful, peaceful place where there's, dozens of beautiful blondes in bikinis saying, peace now. Let's go to the beach, go sailing, and have a wonderful bottle of wine and what are those big cheese plates called with all the meat?
Like, honestly, white people make me fucking sick, bro.
Really? White people make you sick? You feel sick right now.
Bro, no, I bet you're a fucking brown person trying to, like, LARP as a white person. Like,
really? You think I'm brown, LARPing, white? What is white exactly, Dr. Connor?
You're just a brownie, bro.
What is brown exactly, Dr. Connor? Hypermarination?
Yeah, look, I just know you're just fucking retarded. Do you believe that you have a high IQ by any chance?
No, my mom is, she's got Down syndrome, so I'm technically the beneficiary of Down syndrome. I don't know, where do you find yourself on the Down syndrome index?
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that your mother has Down syndrome.
Thanks, I've got Down syndrome too.
I'm sorry to hear that as well.
Thanks. It's been a tough life, but I'm bagging groceries currently. It could be worse. It could be on Clown House all night long talking about nothing, wasting all my time. Ugh, that would be exhausting.
Do you think your government helps you out as an individual who has Down syndrome?
Oh, yes. The government has an Office of Down Syndrome Agency, and we help each other. It's a big, happy Down syndrome family.
What sort of, like, material support do they give you?
We tax the taxpayers, and we do a wealth redistribution scheme to all the Downies. It's an inside group. Not many people know about the benefits.
So is it something that's hidden, or can I see, like, if somewhere in your...
Just Google it. Down syndrome benefits program. You might qualify. Depends where you find yourself on the index.
No, I'm a healthy individual who's also neurotypical as well, so, like, I need to qualify.
You might. I mean, you might qualify. You never know until you apply.
No, I don't think so.
Just Google it.
That's a new thing? That's a new thing?
It's a me thing. It's a me thing. Down syndrome benefits. Just Google it.
At the moment, I have my hands on the 10 on 6, so.
No worries. Hi, Dr. Abuela. I'm about to go to sleep and enjoy a beautiful night's rest. How are you feeling, Dr. Abuela? Are you still prepping?
I'm well, thank you, Dr. Doge.
Are you still prepping every day?
Every day.
It's so exhausting. You're prepping for what's going to come. I don't know. Who knows who's going to come? But it's better to be prepped, ready for action.
That's the whole reason I'm doing it.
Just in case you meet the right one. Creep by.
Oh my.
Fissures in the rectal sphincter. You tore my booty hole. My butthole's bleeding. I've got diarrhea. When was the last time you had explosive diarrhea, Dr. Abuela, from your prep?
Never.
What are some of the common side effects of PrEP? Seizures?
I found it that it made like alcohol.
Seizures?
No seizures.
I'm laughing because Gio laughs and I'm thinking like, what is everybody in the room like, listening to? Like, how do you guys justify even listening to any of this? I mean, it's funny, but it's getting late. It's getting late.
Listening to what?
I was just talking to that guy, just playing around, having some laughs, talking about my Down syndrome diagnosis. Not many people know this, but I'm a Downy.
Oh, really?
I was born with a
Have
genetic.
you been getting
Instagram suggestions?
like Downy
Comfort?
bombshells?
Bombshells?
Yeah, I'll have to share one when I see one.
Are you still talking to Bussy and Abby and Zach?
He was just in my room.
Are you guys?
Not Zach. Zach blocked me.
Yeah, he said he was sick and tired of talking to you.
Which I don't really do much talking to him, so I don't. I guess.
Good. So there's 5 people watching this YouTube live. My YouTube has taken off, Dr. Abuela. Today we did over 10,000 views. Live streaming Clown House. But I'm about to go to sleep.
After you got kicked, I had the whole room tune into your live stream.
What?
I said after you were removed from that last room, I had the whole room tune in.
Really? You fucked with them all, huh?
No, they wanted to know who you were.
There's no better way to troll than to film. Like, it's the ultimate, like, fuck you. It's like, what did you say to me? It's like, whatever. Who cares? Just watch the YouTube. And then they're like, I don't want to be on the YouTube. Delete the YouTube. Delete the YouTube. Every time, they always come crawling back. Please delete that. Delete it. No, I'm just kidding. They don't. Oh, speaking of Tamenkachem, so bin ich schon allein. Gut, Janta für Gekachen, richtig in deinen Augen, Dr. Lü. How are you, you proud Zionist you? You look amazing. Look at your beard. Oh, it's so thick and came in so nicely.
I want to say hi to Curtis. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to Curtis in a long time.
Engaging conversations. Dr. Curtis.
Why don't you do skits on YouTube?
What are you talking about? I shoot tons of shorts. Gotta go to sleep.
I said skit, like,
I don't know. Why don't you shoot a skit?
You were at a standoff with yourself and you're both just pointing a phone at each other.
Ooh, I like that idea. Good one. That's why I pay you as my creative consultant. Somebody on YouTube wrote, what is this? Why does it keep coming back? Because I think people go through the live and they just keep seeing different lives, because I have like 6 lives. And so like over time, they just keep coming across the same live, but it's a different, phone. But there's just still like, why the fuck do I keep seeing this live? Jesus, how many lives does this guy have? And how many people are on live YouTube right now? Is Dr. Johnny asleep?
I think you need to
Hi,
share your
Beth.
YouTube link on your Clubhouse.
Ooh.
Because I actually joined it twice, like I've joined twice in the last week just because I follow you.
I was too. Until I found Lula. Don't settle for just any therapist. Take control of your.
Dao De Jing can be having.
Okay, I'm queuing up the Tao Te Ching to go to sleep. You want to see my YouTube? I love how Jazzy is trying to like.
Begins with I say, 76.
I love how Jazzy is trying to like cultivate like the Jerry Springer show of Clownhouse.
Well, how can she escalate from pedophile on the pilot?
Well, Larry David had a pedophile episode.
Was it his first episode?
It's not the first, but he goes to a therapy session with a girl who was molested by like her uncle or something, and Larry shares the story. And then she ends up seeing his uncle who molested him, you know, as a joke. He tells everybody he got molested, but he didn't. But then she runs into him at like the premiere of like some show or something, and she's like, I am disgusted. It's just a funny show. Disgusting.
They need to start doing their fucking job. Wherever the fuck he at? Where's security? Him. I told him to get him. Because I told him to get him before I stretched his ass out like that.
Damn.
Hey, Lou. Hang on.
You love that show. No, it's a good channel. It's just, he uses voice changers. I don't put that. I modulate my own voice like a real prank caller. Well played.
Oh, look, it's my Aunt Dr. Judy.
So is it true? No, don't give him one. That you had 10,000 views, Edmund?
On YouTube today, yes. I don't know, my YouTube is broken, and people even right now, like, I'm gonna end this live, and I'm gonna let it run all night, but yeah, my YouTube is taking off. I'm bigger than Hampton Spears.
Wow.
All because of the Democrats and liberals on this app. Their content is so amazing.
I thought it was because of Nora. You know what? That meant that I have most of your accounts blocked, but I'll make peace with you right now because I'm intoxicated.
Intoxicated with joy?
So am I taking advantage of you? Intoxicated with vodka. Nobody's going to take advantage of me, Abuela. Abuela, why do you call yourself Abuela when we both know that you don't speak Spanish? I took 3 years of Spanish, but I'm yeah, exactly. You forgot your 3 years of Spanish. Anyway, it's because Lexi keeps calling me an old lady. And I know that you're not into Latino trade because you only like circumcised babies. I'm doing the Easter thing where it works so
Yeah, it's Muslim penis.
That's true.
You know, Fish, that Ryan or Abuela here on stage. So he's gay, and he dates Muslims. He fucks Muslims. Like Muslims are not supposed to be gay. They actually are covered gay, and Ryan finds them.
That's why he's got to prep up.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Abuela should get on prep. That would be a good idea for Abuela. Get on prep? Dude, I had a high school and like in college, you know how many fucking closeted frat boys he was banging? It was fucking wild.
Were they Muslims?
No, they're not. But it's like the same kind of thing though. It's like the most like anti-gay people are always the most gay.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, so we have
It's like
But I know a gay guy from college. He's not anti-gay. He's just gay.
right. But like you know what I fucking mean. Out of the closeted people.
I'm just saying, are you projecting?
Certainly homophobic tend to be more homosexual behavior. And there are like the slutty bottoms that hate all the other bottoms.
I mean, I'm not anti-gay. I'm just pro-happiness. I just don't believe in gay is like a pronoun, and it's just not real. Unfortunately, no matter how much you want to try to frame it, it's just not real. There's no such thing as gay except happy.
The Jewish man pretending with homosexuality.
We have DEI and D pronoun here in America. I'm dooging the word gay. It's not gay anymore. It means happy again. Sorry, abuela. You're not gay. You're not even happy. So what are you?
Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate your insight. Very wise man.
I'm not homophobic or transphobic. I'm just saying there's no such thing as gay or trans. Those are just modern vernacular words forced down our throats.
Chicago, you're not capable of being homophobic.
That's right. We have the biggest gay parade in the world.
Boys Town is pretty cool, actually. I think Boys Town is my favorite gay district in the States.
Really?
Yeah, I like Boys Town. I get to Chicago maybe once every other year or so. Chicago's a good town. As long as you stay in the neighborhoods that have less minorities, Chicago's great.
Jesus, that's not racist at all, Aunt Judy.
I've never claimed not to be racist. I think the minorities on the stage would agree that as long as you stay in the white neighborhoods of Chicago, Chicago's great.
Well, at this point, in this stage, the minorities are the heteros.
O sea, los latinos también están mamando. I can confirm that's right. The white neighborhoods in Chicago, it's great for homosexuality.
Hold on, what did you say?
Los latinos también.
No, what's up?
I'm caught up on this gay isn't real thing. Like, are you vacillating? Musa. Is that picture from Connecticut? No, it's not. It's from Portland. Because I know another dog market in Connecticut. Yeah, we were actually just talking about dog markets in Chicago. Where at? Dog markets in Chicago. Yeah, by all means. Yeah, no, State Marks is still open.
Benjamin Netanyahu sending in 2 more divisions to free the hostages. Jesus, that's very pessimistic of you, Dr. Marcus.
It's such a wonderful thing to see Benjamin Netanyahu supporting the life and free movement of Palestinians. International politics are great. I love international politics. You know, I think the biggest claim that Israel has to actual indigenousness to the Middle East is the fact that Israelis are just as crazy as Arabs. They must be from the region because they're the same level of crazy. It's not the fact that there's a 5,000-year-old book that talks about how they are from the area. It's a 5,000-year-old book that has a lot of historical inaccuracies.
All communication is hypnosis.
Archaeologically speaking, the Jews were very likely never actually slaves in Egypt, and yet Israel exists.
It's all a metaphor. They took the secret wisdom.
Archaeologically speaking, has to be one of the dumbest intellectual phrases I've ever heard in my life. Logically speaking, you sound like the biggest retard I've ever spoken to. Architecturally speaking, you're incorrect. How about hypothetically speaking, you suck my dick and we end this? Not sure how that's hypothetical. I mean, you could literally suck my dick if you want. I'm in the Bay Area. Come on.
Judy,
Building an entire culture around being a professional victim. Right. I could never do that because, I'm not a Jew, an Arab, and I'm a fag, but I'm not that much of a fag. I was gonna say you sound like a fag.
not that much of a
I sound
fag.
like a fag, but I still have eaten less pussy than your mother and more than your father. Less pussy than your
That
mother.
still sounds gay. Who talks about other people's parents eating pussy? Gay guys.
Oh, you're one of those gays that can't pick a side. I see. I am bisexual. People buy me things I get so sexual. It's crazy.
Gross. You're like a woman.
I'm better than a woman because I have a dick.
Really?
Yeah. Ask Issa. Issa, are men better or women better?
What? I didn't
I said, are men better or women better?
At what?
That's sex.
No, just in general. In general. Broadly speaking.
Well, men have definitely more capabilities in terms of strength and
See, there you go.
leadership and emotional control and all this kind of stuff.
You heard it here first. Issa said that I like a woman better. It's true. Issa is more beautiful than me.
But Judy, don't you think that the, perfect 10 is more of an alpha, predator than a strapping young man? I don't know. It's something I heard on this app one day. Some guy was saying that, women are the actual alpha predators.
This app is an incredible place.
I mean, he was making a good case for it because he was using nature, saying how, a mother wolf or he was using other animals and how the mothers will fight to the death to protect their children.
That's the thing is that he's using other animals. When was the last time a woman fought to the death for anything?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't think a woman has ever even read a book.
few of them have. Issa has read at least one book.
At least.
I'm just being.
Issa's one of my favorite women, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Do you think you
I'm
have?
saying something because I really hate women.
Well, you're bisexual.
I get all of the hate for women that heterosexual men have, but then added on top of that, the hate for women that homosexual men have. I just really hate women. I hate women more than anything.
Really?
Maybe if you just go trans, you can join their side. I would never be trans. I'm stupid, not retarded.
Oh. It's hardcore transphobia. I'm reporting you to the transphobia database website.
Report me, Daddy. No, we don't do transphobia here. We do trans-inclusionary radical misogyny. We don't hate them because they're trans. We hate them because they're women. I will say the number of trans women that I've met who are retarded is a pretty good indicator that they might actually be women.
I know you're
I could give a serious answer that's offensive, or I could just agree with you.
You hate women because you don't feel attracted to us, or you hate women because we're just bitches and because of whatever?
The latter.
Oh.
Women are hot, they're just terrible. about the gays is, they go to circuit parties and give each other AIDS. But women have way more problems than this. The gays are simple creatures.
I know Fish also hates women, but he will also agree with you that I am your favorite woman.
Yeah, no, he says one of the only likable women I've ever met.
Well, the first woman you ever fell in love with was your mother.
I love my mother. I continue to love my mother. My mother is a batshit crazy bitch, but I love my mother. She's a wonderful bitch.
If you were to invite her on Clown House, how would you rate her performance?
What, my mother being crazy? No. My bisexuality doesn't come from my mother being crazy. My bisexuality comes from many much more complicated factors than that.
You were molested like Hampton Spears?
No, I never sleep at night. What are you talking about? I'm on Clubhouse at 1 a.m. talking to you fags.
We're not gay.
It's probably weaker for you.
So what do you think you're actually talking about?
I never talk about anything, Edmund.
I know, but what are some of your top Clown House moments in your Clown House career? Like, anything memorable?
My favorite Clown House moment is the room I moderated that was titled, "Why Are Black Women So Loud?" That was my favorite Clown House moment. It was right after... Get an answer. I would love to know the answer. It was right after the Android users got to use Clubhouse. So Clubhouse was full of Obama phones. And it was, I think we had over 1,500 people on the stage and another 2,000 people in the audience screaming. We're proving the point that black women are loud.
Oh no, I've been in a black room like 2 times, and I lasted like less than 10 minutes.
So, I mean, you don't think you're a racist and you're bisexual, but do you also think black women are unfiltered in addition to being loud?
Or what?
Unfiltered.
Can you just speak normally, Edmund?
No, I'm about to go to sleep. This is it for me. This is my I'm exhausted voice.
I think you sound like you're homosexual when you're exhausted.
No, this is just how I interact with Judy. I don't know.
Okay, so with the perceived anonymity of the internet, yes, black women are unfiltered. In real life, it's hiddenness.
Whoa.
Have you ever dated a black woman?
Yes, but not a black American woman. Never a black American woman. Black Africans are great.
Black Americans are very different than Africans.
Right.
For example.
Black Americans are super dysfunctional people.
Yeah, it's a complete different race.
It's a different ethnicity for sure. Black Africans, I like most of them, especially the North and West Africans.
But not the South, huh? Interesting.
No, East Africans are terrible.
You've got such interesting perception and, opinions. Like, you must have done a lot of traveling around the world.
I'm a well-traveled racist, it's true.
I like Ugandans.
It's pronounced Ugandans. It's not you, it's ooh.
Yeah, I have friends from Uganda.
No, they're great.
Yeah, they're hilarious. You're right, but they're like very noble people as well.
Yeah.
Early Bitcoin adopters.
If your I'm saying it exists because all the countries around it looked at a piece of dirt and said, yeah, we don't want that. We're going to dump our trash there.
That's called dirt magic.
My favorite black Africans are probably Nigerians. What?
Why Nigerians?
Nigerians tend to be much more attuned with the reality of the world than other black Africans. They tend to be very well connected with the world at large. Oh yeah, they've got a lot of princes too. For sure. But they're also they're educated, they're insightful, they're fun to talk to, they're engaging. You can have good conversations with Nigerians. English kings. Well, no, that you're confusing.
Wakanda forever!
Well, South American blacks are very racist. Cote d'Ivoire and what's it, Ivory Coast.
Yeah, Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah, I do have friends there as well. They're also really cool.
Wait, imagine being black and speaking French. How do Spanish speakers pronounce Cote d'Ivoire?